Hexe Coffee, arguably and also factually the best coffee shop in all of Chicago. It's a coffee shop that also has amazing cocktails.
Cocktail bar.
Draft system for fantastic beers, often beer that your coffee is in. It also has delicious pastries. It's got food. It's the whole thing. And it's not a coffee shop that closes at 3 for all fucking lamos who only need caffeine till 3. You're open kind of late. What hours do you close?
7:30 to 8 p.m.
7:30 to 8
a.m.
p.m.
to p.m.
There you go. Being named Hexe, is that what helped define the energy of this room, the aesthetic of this room?
Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah.
It had to be witch. You know, so it's just like, let's look it up in other languages. The EXE, Dan the not the manager, the artist was like, that's fucking sexy, the HEXE, and that was it. I mean, we just changed the name. No one knows how to pronounce it.
Hexe.
Hexe.
Not Hex. So now we're going to talk about booze, because as we've discussed, your place is so amazing that not only does it have coffee, it has cocktails, and even coffee cocktails.
Yeah, of course.
So what is this delicious looking opportunity right here?
Well, you know that like everyone makes those the espresso martini these days, but
the hottest shit on the market. Drives me nuts.
It is fucking stupid. But you might as well get it from a place that has a trained barista who can make it the best shot of espresso.
So what, do you have a particular espresso in-house that you use for this, or is it just kind of the general?
It's our house, just Behemoth.
Behemoth?
Colombian dark roast. Yeah, we actually went to Colombia to source the beans and make this blend. So it's like from 2 different farms. And the exporter blends it together in the warehouse before they bag it and ship it to us.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So no one else has this blend.
What brought you to coffee? Why did you choose this business avenue?
So I bought coffee from this other coffee roaster in town, and I bought I think it was 2 or 3 bags, and it was like $65. So I looked up how much raw coffee costs online from this little, it's called Sweet Maria's. You can buy 1 pound of raw coffee, and they'll ship it to your door. And I bought a popcorn popper, and I started roasting my own coffee in my kitchen. So I started roasting more and more, giving it away to friends, and then I was like, I'm spending a lot of money. I might as well start trying to sell it. So I started kind of here's a pound of coffee, friend, and $10, sure, I'll take anything. Yeah. Just so I can keep doing it, you know. I mean, and I never made any money back on it. I wanted to keep roasting. And then my one buddy actually had the idea of maybe you should try barrel aging it. Alex Hirsch. He is the one whose idea it was to come up with bone shaker, and he actually is the one who came up with the recipe. Oh. After we were tinkering with it, and he's like, I have an idea, and we did it. And the first try, it worked. And I had a whiskey barrel just in my kitchen, just sitting there. My now wife was pissed.
What whiskey?
Few Spirits, Evanston, Illinois.
Love those cats. We have another fantastic cocktail from Hexe Coffee. Before I introduce the name, who created this?
Scarlett.
Scarlett. The one who did not want to introduce.
Scarlett doesn't want to be introduced, but Scarlett created, not only is she the illustrator behind all of our stuff, everything Hexe is from Scarlett's brain, big brain. She really, on this current menu, took the reins and she made an entire menu. This is one of them. It's Coked Up and Smashed.
Coked Up and Smashed, the official title. It is on the fucking board. So this Coked Up and Smashed, what are we looking at here? I don't want to know how you build it, because no one can steal it. But what do we got in here?
So it's kind of like a riff on like a frozen cherry Coke, right? No, bourbon, cherry puree. Oh yeah, muddled mint right in there, kind of bring it out. We tried doing it with some Fernet for a minute, but oh yeah, it's nice.
So we are on our third cocktail, and the one I am most excited about. What are we working with here?
This is the swamp juice. It is not something that we created, but it's something that we make, and we make it pretty well. It's green chartreuse, always. But with green chartreuse, pineapple juice, lime juice, but then we add a floater of rum on it.
So we've discussed how you got into the business, and I really loved hearing it. That was fascinating. When it comes to coffee, I would say the average consumer just thinks that coffee tastes like coffee. I imagine that's incorrect. What are your thoughts?
Yes, coffee can taste like coffee. We all know that flavor, and you know that's where we have our behemoth. It's like a dark roast Colombian, so we put it on our espresso. My dad likes it. Your dad likes it. My old lady neighbor likes it, but also, you know, Sage from Avondale, they like it. So that's everything. But then, you know, we get into the more creative blends of like natural coffees and it's a very vast world. But then you take that very vast like catalog of all the beans you can get, and then you start blending them together, and that's when everything. I mean, there's literally no end to the possibilities. You can go forever. I'm making blends.
When you're seeking to make a blend, like what are you kind of looking for?
It's kind of like when you make a cocktail.
Oh.
Balance, right? There's high acidity, low acidity. There's fruity, there's floral, there's chocolate, there's caramel, there's herbal, there's like very sugary, there's bad mouthfeel, good mouthfeel.
What's bad mouthfeel?
Thin.
Oh yeah.
Like you don't want it to be like that's like watery cup of coffee.
Yeah. So I don't drink a lot of iced coffee.
But you also don't want it to be like that's thick. You know what I mean?
Sludge.
Yeah. So we try and we fail.
Yeah.
But we try and we succeed.
It's the fun part.
Yeah, and then, you know, we've got like 10 right now. This is a really good one. This is like Brazilian and Peruvian coffee. Darkish roast. You know. Also, these flavor notes on a bag, they're like super suggestive. And
same
like,
with beer.
We don't fucking know. You know.
You say what you got out of it.
We say like what's good? Sweet
agrees.
citrus floral. That tracks. It's a Kenyan coffee. Sweet cherry, baker's chocolate pear. Like I would say this, it's like super fruity. If I could write what the like reality is, this has like a super fruity note to it, but like red wine.
Ooh.
Like grape, like
the musk.
Yeah.
The tannins maybe.
Yeah, exactly. And that's because this has natural coffee in it, which has like the skin or the fruit left over on the coffee. But and it's like coffee beans are super porous, so it kind of like collects into it. Yeah.